And your higher self is already in you, within you, and exists within you. This is Adonai talking now, by the way. The higher self is already in you. It is just recognizing it through a different perspective, a different way of looking at things, through the fifth dimensional eyes of compassion and love and respect for all beings, all sentient beings, whether human or animal or even the trees. I mean, all plant life, all rock life, all earth life, the water itself is alive. Everything is alive on earth, and recognizing that through the eyes of love. How can we live within this wonderful life form of the earth? How can we live within her, on her, and through her? Because we do. We have energy that goes within the Mother Earth, and through the Mother Earth, and upon the Mother Earth, and even above the Mother Earth, if you'd like to say that. But human beings are energetic. They are light energy that is through the universe. You are dimensional, multi-dimensional, and universal. And so is the earth. But she has decided to become fifth dimensional, and there is no going back from that. Humans upon the earth must learn to live within the earth's, we want to say gravitational pull, but within the earth's light, because the earth does have the gravitational pull and the light and the electromagnetic sphere, in order to keep all of you on the earth while in human form. All on the earth must be on the earth and in their particular form, whether it be plant or animal or human species. All species are on the earth through the magnetic, electrical magnetic pull of the earth. But you also live in light through all of it. There are beings within your earth plane on different dimensions, and as we have said, this earth remains in different dimensions as well, but she has taken you to the fifth, even though you could take yourself to the fifth, but you would not be on the earth, because the earth was in 2-dimension and then 3-dimension, and it is now in 5-dimension. And if you do not want to be in 5-dimension, then you can continue living on the earth in 3D, but it may not be pleasant for you in the long run. So we are encouraging all of you to come to your heart center, as Yeshua has said. Come to your heart center and start seeing everything through the eyes of love and compassion, and without judgment. Everything in 3D is judged. Everything in 3D has been judged. Each of you judge yourselves, you judge each other, you judge the things that you see, the things that you do, the things that you say, the things that other people say to you, how they look, how they feel, what they say. You judge the trees, how that looks, how that may present itself. It's too long, it's too big, it's too wide, it's spindly, it's got bugs on it. Well, we'll tell you, those bugs are also in the 5D. You judge everything, and you do not realize how much you judge, because you are in duality. So you see in the 3D things as good or bad, or up and down, or right or wrong. But dear ones, we want to say in the 5D, there is no right or wrong, there is no good or bad, there is no duality. It is pure love. It just is love and light. But it is a light of pure, unconditional love. And when we say unconditional love, we mean the light of love. You look through that through eyes that do not judge anything except with love. Absolute love. That, as we've said before, 3D humans do not know what unconditional love is. They do in a sense, because it is inside of them, but they have not grown that love. So when you're in 5 dimension, 5D we will call it, that's what you see. Isness. Just is. It just is. You can have opinions like, my friend broke her leg, although we will say that in 5D there is no such thing as illness. And you won't judge when you're completely in 5D. And sometimes you are there and sometimes you are not. In 3D, you judge. My friend broke her leg, and if you want to be in 5D, you look at that and you say, that's wonderful. And people would think, oh no, that's not wonderful. My friend has got a broken leg. My friend had an accident, or my family member was killed, or whatever. But if you look at it through 5D eyes and through unconditional love, you will look at it differently. You will look at it as a way of that human, that species, whatever you're looking at, even the tree, if it fell over, and you would look at it and say, isn't that beautiful? That form, whether it's a human form or a form of a tree or a form of a lake can flood, you would look at it and say, isn't that beautiful? It gets to make choices. It is making choices. Free will is its expression in this light, in this form, in this beautiful earth. Free will is expression, it's choice. You do not make a choice for your family member, or for the floods to come, or for an accident to happen, or for a friend to break his or her leg. You do not make those choices. Those forms make those choices. Even the tree makes the choice. The mosquito makes a choice to bite. The bird makes a choice to fly, to build a nest, to maybe even starve to death during winter months. Everything on 3D is free choice and free will. We would never ever take that away from any species on this earth, any form on this earth. But we want to tell you that in 5D, 4D actually, fourth dimension, is actually the bridge to that, and that many are on the bridge coming back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and not sure how to stay in 5D. But when you have maintained that vision through unconditional love, that is not putting conditions on any of your viewing. If you view somebody who has died because of certain accidents or flooding, or you have viewed the forest wiped out because of a certain bug, or you have viewed vegetables not growing because of frost, we would say. Look at that and say, oh, that they are making their choices. Even vegetables, even plant life, and what you call bug life, they are life. Even the rocks and the earth, as landslides and floods, the water is alive, the land is alive. They all make their choices, and they all are expanding themselves, their light selves, because all is made of light, and they will continue expanding, and they are in the fifth. Not all of them, but the earth is in the fifth, and some upon the earth, whether it be particularly human species we are talking about. The others just allow and let themselves, and they make choices of whether they want to go or not. Some species are actually leaving the earth and will continue leaving the earth because they do not want to go into the fifth dimension. When you say that the polar bear or different species are or the elephants or whatever you want to say are leaving the earth, it is not just man-made. It is their choice to leave the earth, because they had decided to be on the third dimension, to accept the third dimension and the perspectives that come into the third dimension and into the human mind that says we will kill these elephants for their tusks, we will fish all the fish, we will create all this havoc, we will cut all the trees. They have chosen to be that for the humans to experience who they are through their devastation of the earth, through their devastation of the species on the earth, and they have chosen the animals, the creatures on the earth, have chosen to leave the third dimension. But we want to tell you that there are many, many more species that will be there within the fifth dimension. They are already here, and just like your children, your very young ones, they are also going to be in the fifth dimension. Not all of them, some have chosen not to, but most of them will be, because they have chosen to be born at a time when this is available for them. And they are experiencing the higher dimensions already, and they will continue, and they will be the forerunners of the fifth dimension. Will actually they will be in the fifth dimension, but we would say that the light workers or way showers or whatever you wish to call yourselves, you wonderful beings of light, have created the way for them, and you have shown the way already, and they will continue that path until all reach that path. So do Do not fret over the earth. Do not fret over the loss of species, because you are obtaining more species. There are more and more species here, and you do not know of all of them yet, but you will, and they will continue to grow and to be and to experience this wonderful transition that everything and everyone and every being and every light being or person is in. They will be here for that, and even the bugs, some of the so-called insect world have chosen to leave the 3D. However, dear ones, some have chosen to actually reform themselves and continue on, and there will be other species that do that, including the human beings, because you are not the only ones. But some have decided to leave, and they will leave, and they will continue to leave as new ones take their place. It is very easy to see from this side, and you cannot see that from your side because you are in this dense energy that binds you, that holds you in your perspectives. Open your perspectives. Open your viewpoint. Open your ways of seeing things. If you know that you are unconditional love, and everything is made out of love, and you are light, and you are source, then there is nothing that can take place that is negative. Because all is but a choice on this earth plane. All is but a choice. And some of you, as we have said before, have made those choices before entering this earth plane, and some of you will continue to make other choices. For this earth is now at a higher vibration that you can make those choices. Do you know that light and love is magic? Magic. You can be anything. Just change your mind and your perspective. Become love, unconditional love. You can have compassion for those beings, for those forms, for those animals, for those insects. You can have compassion for their third dimensional pain, for their the sorrow that they go through. Have compassion for them. But that doesn't mean that you have to fix them, but enjoy them while they are here and have compassion for them. Oh, let their souls know that you love them. Give them love. Give them love. That's all they need, is your love and your light. Have compassion. You love them. And the people who are those beautiful humans that are being killed, and there is now what you'd call genetic annihilation being done on this earth. Geneticide is what you call it. That is being created on this earth, and that is happening on this earth. Some of you are not aware of that, but it will come out, and those beautiful beings that are here, that were here, have given their lives, their forms, not their lives, because their lives are actually continual. Do you know you only have one life, and that is eternal? They are giving their forms so that people on the earth plane can sense, can know, can feel this happening, and can give love to them. Love to the ones that do the perpetrators and the victims. Give love to them for experiencing this on the earth to help you experience unconditional love. This is who you are, and that compassion is part of that. Bring love through your heart for everything, every form. You even, again, I will just briefly say that on third dimension, you again judge this. Oh, I killed a spider. I killed a fly. I killed a mosquito. I killed a moth. Oh my gosh, I'm a horrible person. That is judgment. Please, 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 please. We want you to know that you do not have to judge yourself in that sense, because all gives its life by choice. You can have compassion for it. Say, oh, well, mosquito, I don't want you on me, so I will swat you. And the mosquito will stay there and say, okay, swat me. I am ready to leave. I want to go back to light. I am light, and I want to leave this form and be total light. Thank you. Do you know how many of them thank you? You see them suffering. Dear ones, do you know that some of them, many of them, are not really suffering? It is their physical composition that is suffering, but they are not suffering. They may physically suffer on this third dimension, and they hurt, and they're in pain. But please remember that they have chosen that for their own purposes, and do not pretend that you know their purposes. You all can heal yourselves if you so choose. If they do not choose, then that is fine. If that bug decides to walk across your floor and you step on it, then it has chosen that. And you have chosen to rid yourself of that bug, the physical being, that physical, the physicality of it. You have chosen to rid yourself of it, and they have chosen to go back to light. That's all. That's all. Do not judge it. Let go of your judgments. When you let go of your judgments, you will find more light and more love. And that must be for yourself first. For yourself first. Thank you for allowing us this space and time to expand who we are. Even though we are expanded, we come into this one and help her expand, help this one expand as well, because she also needs to hear all of this over and over. This is not just for all. This is for this one as well. And we are just grateful that she has opened up for this, for us to come through her. And we are grateful for anyone who will listen to her messages that we bring forth in great appreciation and love, great love, unconditional love for all here and everywhere on earth. We give our love totally and completely. And we take our leave.
Thank you so much. We are most grateful.
Oh.